First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rokakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, okay, and you few sisters out there that believe in all truth and sincerity. And basically, what I would like to do today is just speak about, something that happened at work, something that I experienced, something that I thought that was very spiritual, you know. And basically, we had a meeting at work, okay? We got let out early and we went to this, I guess you could say, this rented hall, or the company basically went over, business that throughout the quarterly, okay? Okay, you know, it was a quarterly meeting, right? And where they speak about different aspects, okay, you know, of the company, material and job sites and how they're doing, and they even have an employee of the month. They even did a raffle, and they had food, pizzas, right? They had a bunch of big pizzas, bigger than the extra large. I'm talking about, the very big boxes. I don't know exactly what size they are, but they had a bunch of pizzas, man. Like, I want to say over 20 pizzas, man. So, you know, they wanted to feed us, or whatever. And I'm looking at the pizza, and basically everything had pork in it. It was pepperoni, it was sausage, and it was a supreme. But the supreme has sausage and ham, along with veggies or whatnot. And basically the whole company, besides me and another dude, okay, ate the pizza, okay, with the swine in it, right? You know, and of course, you look weird sitting down and not eating free food, right? Free pizza. I mean, who doesn't like free pizza, right? You know, and the thing is that it has swine, and I wasn't going to compromise, okay, my beliefs for the company, or, for the sake of fitting in, or for appeasing anybody, you know. We believe in, the commandments, that the Heavenly Father set forth for the Israelites, and the Lord commanded us not to eat a swine, and that's just that. But it was only two people, okay, that I could perceive. Maybe there was more, but the majority of the people, if not all but two, ate the pizza, right? And I thought to myself, I says, this is interesting, because this is like being in the truth. Okay, you got a lot of people, right, that hear the word. You have a lot of Israelites in the world, okay, but only a few are going to be saved. There's only a few people going to be saved, not the whole world, not all nations. Okay, and even the Israelites to whom pertaineth salvation, not all Israel's going to be saved either. I perceive it was just me and another dude, and that dude, for a fact, is not in the truth. Okay, now how many people in the group proclaim to be Christians and believe in God? Well, who knows? But you have people in the world these days that proclaim to believe in the Most High, and they don't follow His commandments. So I thought it was very spiritual, and the Spirit told me, speak on that. Speak on how you got a lot of people who claim to worship the Most High, but they don't do it in truth and sincerity. Okay? The Lord is looking for those who will worship Him in truth and in sincerity. Okay? So I want to start here, because, you'll have Christians that'll say, oh, just take the swine off the pizza. You'll be all right. You're not going to, die, or, the Lord ain't going to destroy you for that. Okay, and ultimately, how about Shem Shai will have mercy upon who he have mercy. So you don't know what commandment you break, could be judgment. But this is Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, right? Because people think that the dietary laws are the least commandments, right? Those are small commandments. They're not big commandments. The Lord doesn't care what we eat. He's blessed everything. He's made everything clean for us to eat, and that's not true. Okay, but whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. Right? So you'll even have people to go as far and say is, man, don't worry about it. The Lord doesn't care. Okay, if you eat swine, the Lord doesn't care if you do this, that, and the third. You're free. Okay, to just do whatever as long as you believe in Jesus, right? People will actually try to teach you that. Well, they're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven, especially you Jakes, all y'all in the Christian churches, all y'all who don't go to church but just believe in sweet Jesus. You see, you're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven because, you broke, commandments, the least of commandments, man, upon the, in this life. And you taught others to do so too. Okay. And you in a room full of men, from a company, a lot would even go on to claim that they believed in God and would break, even the least of his commandments and would tell others to do so, that they're delivered to do these things. Well, you're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? It says, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So, those who do the least of the commandments and teach others to do them, they shall be great in the kingdom of heaven. You see? And it's a great thing, to basically, pass certain temptations, to pass certain tests because, through the Spirit, I was hungry, It's hot out here. It's getting warmer, and I had ate like a light lunch, and I was I was hungry to say the least. But it felt good to stand firm to what we believe in, this truth. But there was a lot of people that didn't today, and I saw that, just eating away, just filling their stomach up because it was free, not knowing these commandments, not knowing what the Heavenly Father requires of them, and not even caring, right? This is Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. You got a lot of people proclaiming that they know the Lord. Oh, I know God. Yeah, I believe in God. With a faith tattoo. All right. With a cross on. With some idol in their car or some saint, some picture of some saint in their dashboard. You see, you got a lot of people that claim Lord, Lord, but they're not even going to enter into the kingdom of heaven because they don't do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. People that mock and say, "Oh, you're a Bible thumper." Well, we're under grace, man. What's wrong with you? Whatever the case. There's going to be a lot of people, who think that they're doing the will of the Heavenly Father, and they're not. But those that do the will, those are going to enter to the kingdom of heaven. See? This is Luke 13:22. And he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying toward Jerusalem. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, strive to enter in at the straight gate. Okay? So, one had even said unto Yahushai, are there few that be saved? And that's the thing, I find myself, to be the only one in the room that didn't eat the swine and had the truth, because there was another guy, like I said, that approached the owner of the company and says, hey, man, there's no vegan options. And the owner was like, oh, man, oh, I'm sorry about that, man. I got to have my meat. I'm a carnivore, like basically saying, like, what do you want? I like to eat meat, therefore I bought everyone meat. Doesn't everybody eat pepperoni? Doesn't everybody like meat? That's how people think. And those are the same people that claim Lord, Lord, right? They know him as what? Jesus. Oh, sweet Jesus. Jesus this, Jesus that. They believe. But, we're going to, you're going to come to find out that not everybody believes. Okay? Not everybody believes like that. Right? So yeah, through the Spirit, there was just, you could just say me, Lord willing, I myself be a man of the Lord, but that was just me in the whole building that knew the truth, okay, and that actually did what the truth says, and that's to not eat swine. So it says, Luke 13:23. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Right? So you have to strive to enter into the straight gate. And it ain't easy going against the grain. It ain't easy for people to just look at you, right? And question, right? But the men that truly, are disciples, they hate their lives unto death. They love not their lives unto death, I should say. So yeah, you have to strive to enter in at the straight gate. That position of difficulty, that where you're going to get ridiculed, where you have to make up your body as a living sacrifice, where you have to do the will of the Heavenly Father, where you have to be a minister, okay, take part in the ministry, be active, okay, and pushing the truth upon the earth. Okay, strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. There's a lot of people in Israel and out of Israel that claim to be seeking, to enter in, but they're not going to be able, okay? Because they're not trying to go into the straight gate. And if you cannot deny, okay, yourself for Yahweh Shai, then, you don't need salvation. And if you're ashamed of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai in this, adulterous generation, then you don't need salvation. You have to strive to enter in at the straight gate. And if one of these least commandments, it bothers you, then that's just, then that's really on you, Now, we can't keep all the commandments, but the Lord knows your intent. The Lord knows every man's intent. Okay? So, yeah, there are few that be saved, man. So that's why we have to strive to enter into the straight gate. Make your call and election sure. Do all those things that is written about in that chapter of Peter. Where the one where it says, if you do these things, you shall never fail. You shall never be barren in the truth. Okay, there's a lot of characteristics. There's a lot of things that you need to put on as the elect member. Okay, and one is definitely to strive into the straight gate, because when you're the only one, okay, in a room that'll stand up for your beliefs, okay, that'll make you be perceived in a certain type of way, and not everyone can handle that. But we know there's a great reward for those that stand stiffly for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? Now, I know it's just a company meeting, and how spiritual could that have been? But it is. And I know, many brothers and many sisters out there, that watch these videos, that, that are coming into the knowledge, they understand. We all understand that we all have a cross to bear, and know that there's only few that are like-minded. That's why the scriptures say, seek out the glory for such as be like thee, because, really everyone in the world, they're not going to get this truth. You know, this is Second Ezra's. Let's see, 9 and 16. It says, like as a wave is greater than a drop. Wait, 15 verse. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. You see? And it was spiritual that I was sitting back. Okay? Not eating of the swine, among the whole company. Okay? And there was another guy, okay, who was eating a salad they didn't want to eat. Okay, for whatever reasons. Maybe he was vegan, but he wasn't in the truth. So as you see, even, the numbers, they get smaller. As Yahushua tests and puts the fire to certain jakes that hear about the truth, and the number starts to get smaller, and only the elect is going to remain. Okay, there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. You see, what is a drop to a wave? It's very, it's less. Okay. Now, let's see. This is 2 Ezra 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. Right? It's dangerous. The world is becoming a very dangerous place because of the devices that were come into it. Right? The imaginations of men's heart is continually evil, just like right before, the Most High destroyed the world in the time of Noah. Okay? The devices that are in the world are dangerous. The imaginations, the thoughts, the opinions. That do as thou wilt. That I'll get right when I get a chance. That I don't have to believe in God, or there is no God. Okay? That's a very dangerous society. That's a very dangerous mind frame. I don't have to follow all the commandments. The Lord died, so, I believe. And there you go on sinning. No, that's dangerous. It says, 21, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of great people. You see? A grape of the cluster. Okay? A grape. What is one grape compared to the cluster of grapes? Okay? Just like the 16th verse, like as a wave is greater than a drop. You see? So one drop, one grape is few compared to, the bulk of the bulk of it. Just like the elect is few compared to the bulk of jakes. So count yourself blessed, man, to be, among a very few, a chosen. That's the Lord, he likes to deal with small numbers so that he may show his power. He doesn't need great numbers, man. You see, it says 22, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Okay, let the multitude perish then. So then, he that is filthy, let him be filthy. You see, he that is righteous, let him be righteous. So, the multitude, we're coming up on a time where, through the Spirit, if the Lord don't want to wake somebody up, hey, then we just have to be thankful that we're awakened. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, right? Born in vain, of none effect. Okay? They are the wave to the drop. They are the cluster to the grape. Here it is, they have liberty, and they despise the law of the Most High. They think they think it funny to scorn on the righteous, on things that are of the Spirit, It says, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. You see, the Lord said he would not, that he would chastise us in measure. Okay. So, there's a great labor going on with the elect. They're being made perfect. They're being chastised. See, that's why the scriptures speak about, both the elect and and Israel are gonna go through the wide, but yet only few are gonna see the narrow. Roughly paraphrasing. Some get chastised to the destruction. Some are gonna get chastised to perfection. See, and that's the riches of the Lord's grace. That's the beauty of being part of the chosen. Lord willing, we endure to the end. But I just wanted to, commit this to video. Just something that I thought to the Spirit. I was just sitting back and, I'm not gonna lie. You feel a certain type of way. You feel like, damn, you're hungry. Damn, you're the only one that believe that it's abomination to eat swine. Or you're the only one that is willing to stand up. Are you perceived as a weirdo? But at the end of the day, that's not gonna matter. Okay, at the end of the day, what the scriptures say? The scriptures say that wisdom Solomon, the 5th chapter, man. This is he who we had in derision in a proverb of reproach. How roughly paraphrasing, how was he numbered among the saints? So if we're part of that elect, man, it's in that day, it's gonna be made known, and people, there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. It's there's they're the ones that thought it cool to riot in the daytime, just being savages, living life, okay, like no morals, no rules, just wild, just wild thing, like that song says. Right. So this is just something that I had on my spirit that I wanted to speak upon, something spiritual that I perceived. There's very few out there, of the elect, the very few spirits that are truly woken up for salvation, man. And as long as we're in this truth, we ought to be thankful. So let's continue to fight. Let us continue to, follow the commandments, man. Our willingness is edifying. I want to say shalom.